Let me at the outset again welcome His Excellency, the President of Sri Lanka, Gotabaya Rajapaksa, having acknowledged our invitation for being here. So we thank you, sir. Amidst your busy schedule, you are here today. It's a great honor for us. And I welcome you again on behalf of the Plantation Ministry. And I would be failing in my duties unless I congratulate all those who have successfully completed their programs at NIPM, and job well done. And also, I also take this opportunity to wish them all the very best in their future endeavors, and also wish them their professional careers. They may start sooner than later. National Institute of Plantation Management is 42 years old today. Since incorporated in 1979, we are passing the 42nd year now. And over a period of time, it has produced much needed knowledge, imparted knowledge for the plantation sector development. So it's gradually increasing its capacity and also broad-basing its the course levels. And we have future plans also to further enhance and strengthen the institution. So as for the policy of our government, under the stewardship of His Excellency the President, we have taken the policy decision to create, as Honorable Kanaka Herath mentioned, to create National University of Plantation Research and Management, having amalgamated NIPM with the Tea Research Institute, Rubber Research Institute, Coconut Research Institute, and also Palmyra Research Institute and Sugarcane Institute, retaining the NIPM as the apex body. So we are liaising with the University Grants Commission to change the University Grants Commission Act to ensure that we create the Plantation University for Sri Lanka. That is a much needed requirement as at now, since we are increasing the tertiary education opportunities for all Sri Lankan students. I know most of you are here today. You had to pay a nominal fee for your courses at NIPM. But I can see it's worthwhile spending that money. I can see some of the members of the Sri Lankan plantation community who have had their foundations very well laid thanks to the institution. And even though you have to pay a nominal sum for your education at the institution, I know as a matter of fact, all of us, those who are here today, have been benefited immensely by the free education system of this country. I, as a person, immensely benefited from primary, secondary, and tertiary education, which is provided free of charge in the country. So that significant event that took place in 1945, when late Honorable C.W.W. Kannangara, as the education minister of this country, moved the very important piece of legislature in State Council, which had provided opportunity for all the Sri Lankans to get primary, secondary, and education, that significantly molded, transformed the Sri Lankan society, an economic outlook, and also the social outcome. So it's nearly 76 years since we have passed that important piece of legislature in Sri Lankan State Council. And if I may recall some of the statistics pertaining to Sri Lankan education system, how it had transformed over a period of 76 years. And we had only 3,000 schools in Sri Lanka by the time we regained independence from Britishers in 1948. From 3,000 schools, we have gone up to 10,000 schools in the country now. Our primary education enrollment rate was about 52%, whereas it has gone up to about 99.5% now. Parallelly, our literacy rates have also gone up, and our teacher-student ratio is 1:17, which is one of the greatest in the world, even though there are certain disparities in relation to the subjects they teach. So Sri Lankan education sector had performed well at the primary and secondary levels. And also, we had only one university in the country, that is University of Ceylon in 1948, but we have now 20 government universities, with the one that His Excellency started about 2 weeks ago with the University of Vaunia. We have 20 universities. And we produce about 200 graduates. At the time of independence, we now produce about 35,000. And during 2021, that particular year only, we enhanced the university intake by another 10,000. So we have about 60,000 good graduates produced from government-owned institutions and also from the private sector universities. So there is a significant increase in trends of primary and secondary education and also in tertiary education stream of the country. Sri Lankan people consider this free education and free health as the two jewels or the crown of the sovereign Sri Lankan nation, as our keynote speaker, Mr. Rajadurai, recognized. In the health sector also, we have been world recognized the WHO always commends our efforts in providing a better quality healthcare at a lower cost. Recently concluded pandemic, the COVID pandemic also very much better managed with the support of the Sri Lankan health staffers, which was under the stewardship of His Excellency the President. Our maternal mortality rate, our infant mortality rate has gone down to very low levels, which are world class now. Parallelly, our life expectancy, which was at 52 years at the time of independence, has gone up to about 78 years now. And we are world leaders in vaccine preventable diseases. So we are done very well in relation to free health and free education of the country. Even though we fail to appreciate, acknowledge the fact that in relation to infrastructure development, also we have done really well. Our telecommunication sector, our electricity and also provision of sanitary water facilities have also come to a very good level during last 70 years. But we are not happy about our economic performance of the country. We were a little stagnant in relation to our economic performance. In 2015, we recorded a per capita income of about $4,000, but we are still at the same level. So it's a dream of ours, dream of you all, to ensure that our mother country becomes a developed country. To reach that magical target of 12,000 per capita income, we need to work hard. We need to ensure that the best potential of the country, best resource of the country is the human resource factor. We need to convert that human resource factor into a human capital. So in controlling and converting that human resource factor into human capital, NIPM is doing its bit to ensure that we produce good quality graduates in the sector of the plantation industry. So I would be failing in my duties unless I mention the fact that Sri Lankan plantation sector, amidst difficulties during last 2 years with the pandemic, we have performed really well and we have managed to get the biggest ever income from the plantation sector. That was of $3.8 billion in 2021, which is commendable. Let me thank and congratulate everyone who has contributed immensely for that sector. And I hope that with the contributions from those who are graduated today, with their inputs, we should be able to grow more, we should be able to create value, we should be able to expand our exports in time to come. So with that, I wish them all the best and wish you a pleasant evening. Thank you very much.